Arsenal are once again showing that they are thinking big, bold, and unapologetically ambitious as they explore the possibility of signing Atlético Madrid star Julian Alvarez in the upcoming summer transfer window. According to reports from ESPN, the Gunners have made informal inquiries about the Argentine forward, signaling that the North London club are not content with simply competing. They want to build a squad capable of dominating both England and Europe. This is not the first time Alvarez's name has been linked with Arsenal. The club were heavily associated with him last summer, when uncertainty surrounded his future, but nothing progressed beyond speculation at the time. Instead, Arsenal turned their attention elsewhere and eventually secured the signing of Victor Gyökeres from Sporting CP after a long and complicated transfer saga that stretched the patience of fans but ultimately ended in celebration. Gyökeres arrived with huge expectations. His goal record in Portugal suggested Arsenal had landed a ruthless, modern striker ready to explode in the Premier League. While he has shown flashes of quality and has already scored 9 goals this season, there remains a sense that the consistency many expected has not fully materialized yet. He has had strong games, decisive moments, and visible work rate, but Arsenal's ambitions at the very top level demand a striker who can be relentlessly decisive week after week, especially in tight matches against elite opposition. That is where Julian Alvarez enters the picture again. Atlético Madrid signed Alvarez from Manchester City in August 2024 for a fee believed to be around £82 million, a statement signing that underlined Diego Simeone's desire to evolve his attack with a more mobile, dynamic, and technically complete forward. However, reports suggest that if Atlético were even to consider a sale, the price would exceed £87 million. This means Arsenal would be looking at one of the biggest deals in their history. Not just financially, but in terms of statement and intent. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the presence of Andrea Berta at Arsenal. The sporting director, who worked for 12 years at Atlético Madrid, played a crucial role in bringing Alvarez to Spain in the first place. He knows the player, understands his personality, and has a strong working relationship with Alvarez's representative, Fernando Hidalgo. In modern football, relationships matter, and Arsenal may have a significant advantage here. Berta's influence on Arsenal's recruitment since his appointment has been profound. The club's transfer strategy has become sharper, more decisive, and more aligned with a clear football identity. Targeting Alvarez is not random, it fits a vision. Alvarez is 25 years old, entering what many consider the prime years of a striker's career. He combines South American flair with European tactical intelligence, high-pressing intensity, and exceptional movement. Under Mikel Arteta, who demands technical quality, intelligence, and defensive contribution from his forwards, Alvarez looks almost tailor-made. Last season, his debut campaign with Atlético was outstanding. He scored 29 goals and provided 8 assists across 57 appearances in all competitions. That output is elite by any standard, especially in a league known for defensive discipline. It proved he could carry attacking responsibility outside the shadow of Manchester City's star-studded system. This season, his numbers have dipped slightly, 11 goals and 5 assists in 28 appearances. But context matters. Atletico's tactical structure often asks forwards to sacrifice personal statistics for team balance. Even then, Alvarez remains central to their attacking play. His work off the ball, pressing triggers, and link-up play are valued just as highly as goals. One of the most impressive aspects of his game is his all-round contribution. In La Liga this season, he averages 22 passes per match with an 84% accuracy rate, remarkable for a striker. This shows he is not a static penalty box poacher. He is involved in build-up, combination play, and progression through midfield. He creates as well as finishes. Arteta's Arsenal rely heavily on fluidity. The striker is not just there to score. He must drop into pockets, drag defenders, combine with wide players, and initiate the press. Gabriel Jesus has embodied this role brilliantly at times, but injuries and inconsistency in front of goal have raised questions about the long-term structure of Arsenal's attack. If Jesus were to depart, with AC Milan and Juventus reportedly monitoring his situation, the tactical blueprint already in place makes Alvarez a natural successor. At Manchester City, Alvarez showed he could thrive even in limited minutes, scoring 17 and 19 goals across 2 seasons, while often rotating behind Erling Haaland. He proved he can perform in high-pressure environments, in big matches, and under the demands of a possession-heavy system. A crucial point, because Arsenal's style shares similarities with Pep Guardiola's principles. But there is something else about Alvarez that statistics cannot fully capture: mentality. He is relentless. He chases lost causes. He presses like a midfielder. He has the competitive edge of someone who fought his way up from South American football to the very top. That hunger aligns perfectly with Arsenal's current culture. A squad built not just on talent, but on intensity, youth, and emotional drive. Financially, this would be a massive commitment. But Arsenal's trajectory suggests they are ready for these moves. Consistent Champions League qualification, commercial growth, and a squad already filled with high-level performers mean the club are operating from a position of strength, not desperation. This is not a gamble, it would be a calculated step toward assembling a title-winning spine. Tactically, imagine Alvarez leading the line with Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli on the wings, Martin Odegaard pulling the strings, and Declan Rice controlling transitions behind them. His movement between center-backs would open channels for wide forwards. His ability to press would allow Arsenal to win the ball higher up the pitch. His finishing would add the clinical edge needed in tight European knockout games. There is also squad balance to consider. Elite teams often need 2 high-level strikers to compete across 4 competitions. Even if Gyökeres improves, the internal competition from Alvarez could elevate everyone. It raises standards. It removes complacency. Of course, Atlético Madrid would not let him go easily. Simeone values warriors, and Alvarez fits that description. But football at this level is about timing, relationships, and ambition. If the player feels drawn to the Premier League again, if Berta's connections open doors, and if Arsenal present a convincing sporting project, a deal that once seemed impossible could become very real. This potential transfer also signals something bigger about Arsenal's evolution. For years, they were rebuilding, trusting youth, developing identity. Now, they are at the stage where they can target established stars in their prime, players who walk into Champions League knockout matches expecting to win. Alvarez represents that mindset. He is not just a signing for goals. He is a signing for mentality, intensity, and tactical intelligence. He is the type of player who turns semi-final hopes into final appearances. The type who scores in big away nights in Europe. The type who thrives when the stakes rise. Andrea Berta could be the key figure who makes this happen. His history at Atlético, his role in Alvarez's career path, and his credibility in negotiations give Arsenal a powerful asset behind the scenes. Transfers at this level are rarely just about money. Trust and relationships often decide everything. For Arsenal fans, this is the kind of rumor that sparks belief. It suggests the club are not standing still. It shows hunger to improve even from a position of strength. It shows a refusal to settle. If this move materializes, it could be remembered as one of the defining transfers of the era, the moment Arsenal added the final piece to an already formidable machine. The summer window is still ahead. Negotiations are never simple, and football can always surprise us. But one thing is clear: Arsenal are moving like a club that believes its time is now. And if Julian Alvarez ends up in red and white at the Emirates, the rest of Europe will know the Gunners are not just contenders. They are coming for everything. If this kind of deep Arsenal transfer breakdown gets you hyped, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you never miss the next big Gunners story.